This is Thursday, September the 19th, and the economics class has had the review, and they're really excited about the review, so we'll start with the questions. First question, what chapter are we studying?
Clear one.
Chapter 2, correct. Give them 5 points. Demanders are on top. Next question, what is the name of chapter 2? What is the name of chapter 2? I thought we'd throw some just easy questions. Know the answer. Okay, a little help. It is called blank decision making.
Clear one.
Economic decision making is correct. Demanders for up 10 to nothing. Very good. Question. Blank is the basic requirements for survival.
Clear two.
Meat, correct? You felt confident in all the work. You went down. Question. Give me 5 basic needs that we have. 5 basic needs that we have. Any 5. There's more than
Clear three.
Elimination of pain, fear, discomfort, love, communication.
acceptable. Also can use the very basic food, water, knowledge, hope, accomplishment. Those are a few of them. Next question. Need to keep track of questions too. So we've had 4, correct? Okay, we're going to have 8 questions and we will have a new group come up. Next question. Blank is a means of expression.
Clear 1.
Correct. Demanders, 15 points. Question. The major factor which can influence people's wants would probably be what?
Clear 3.
Advertising.
Correct. Advertising. Next question. Even if we had the money, why can't?
Clear 1.
Scarcity.
Scarcity, correct. How many questions? 7 questions. The last question for this group. The score, demanders 20, consumers 10, laborers 5. We're still waiting for the factors of production and the profit motives to get in the game. Not everybody can play. Next question. People using goods and services to satisfy their wants are called?
Clear 2.
Correct. Consumers. Give the, laborers 10. So we have a tie for second position. Okay, be careful as you get up from your desk. Okay, Chris. As soon as you're ready. Next question. The process of using up goods and services in order to satisfy human wants is called?
Clear 4.
Okay, what's your call? Correct. Consumption. The factors just got on the board. 5 points. Question. What term is just the opposite of consumption? What term? Anyone?
Clear 5.
Correct. Was that the profit motives? Okay. Now, every team is on the board. We have yet to have a team miss. Who's going to be the first team to take 10 points off? Question. The type of consumption that some people use to impress others.
Clear 4.
Conspicuous consumption, correct. Give them 5 points. The factors are moving. 10 points, 0 to 10, rather fast. True or false, only one person can answer. It is very easy to judge what is conspicuous consumption.
Clear 5.
True or false? False. It is difficult. Correct. 5 more points for the profit motives. Demanders 20. The other teams have 10 points. Okay, we are on question number 4. Okay, question 4. The type of consumption that spending is due to changes in consumption of other goods For instance, when tennis is popular, you not only buy tennis rackets, but you also buy tennis balls, tennis shoes. This is called blank consumption.
Player 3.
Correct. Derived consumption. Demanders. Take a big lead. 25. 10, 10, 10, 10. Question. We left out one type of consumption, and that is
Player 4.
induced consumption. Correct. 5 points. Question. What term, and actually it's the name of one of the teams that we have, means productive resources which include human capital and natural resources? What term means productive resources which include human capital and...
Player 3.
Right, back to the production. I'll try to get a question for each team. Next question. The value of whatever must be given up to obtain something else.
Player 4.
Correct. He does not know his own team's name, but he does know opportunity cost. Question. Opportunity cost really helps people to evaluate what? Opportunity cost helps people to evaluate what? Opportunity cost helps people to evaluate what? Answer alternatives. In other words, when you have various alternatives, whether to buy, new clothes or what. Is that 8 questions? Okay, 8 questions. Thank you. Next, and we have a 3-way tie for last place. Consumers, profit motives, and laborers have 10. First question. What term means buyers and sellers making transactions? Market, correct. 5 points. Profit motive. Move into 3rd place. Did you say player 3? Take those points off. Market, yes. And what team are you on? Consumers. Consumers move up 5. Okay, now, she did not lose those, but did not gain anything. It's still 10, but that being one, profit motives, any further cheating. And we will definitely have to call in the National Committee on IQ. So, remember, you are player 1, you're player 2. I'll try to get numbers out here. Next question. What is the basic incentive to produce? Profit, correct. 5 points, consumers. The basic incentive to produce is to make a profit. Well, Chris answered, he answered correctly. Next question. Name the 3 types of economy. The 3 types of economy. Maybe they didn't hear me. Name the 3 types. Wait till you call one out.
Education, government.
Oh, really cool for one another. Okay. Anyone else want to try? 3 types of economy are? Clue. 1 is traditional. Don't raise your hand. Player? Okay, you cannot use traditional. I mean, the other 2. They are? Derived and conspicuous. Anyone else can try? Okay, I will not give you the answer because you're going to have it again a little bit later. But really, you're going to get it from the question you're going to receive that. Question. Allocating limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants is blank, blank, blank. Question. Allocating limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants is blank, blank, blank. Clue. It's also the name of chapter 2. Correct. Economic decision making. Okay. World War II, the slogan was, guns or blank. Okay, had to make the decision where to allocate resources such as steel. Next question. Factors of production can also be called productive blank. Process. I have to accept your first answer. Productive process. -10. Clear? Anyone else want to try?
Resource.
Correct. Resources. Given 5 points. How many questions have we had?
This would be the seventh.
This will be the 7th question. Our score? Demanders, 35. First place. Second place, consumers, 15. Last place, property. Question. Adam Smith was a blank economist. Where?
I thought your next one was.
Want to take a guess? Okay, repeat the question. Adam Smith was a blank economist. In other words, he was from where?
Where he was from? Scotland.
Correct. Scotland. Scottish economist. 5 points. Promise holders. We get time for question. Adam Smith's best known work is the correct. 5 points. Okay, which one? Adam Smith. Adam Smith believed in free or controlled international trade. Free or controlled. Free, right. Felt like it was terror. Question. What term means? Laissez-faire. Correct. Government, let alone, do not get involved with businesses, the economy. Good job. Question. This is a 3-part answer. Economists, jobs for economists.
Letter 3.
Business, government, and education.
Correct. And no answers before I get the question. That question is going to be, jobs for economists are usually divided into 3 major sectors. They are, as she said, education, business, and government. People who are going into this field should have a knowledge in at least 3 areas. There's many more than 3, but at least 3. Name any 3 areas which you should have some expertise. If you're going to become an economist, you should have expertise in, they gave you about 86.
Letter 1.
Mathematics, statistics, and with computers.
Correct. 5 points. Laborers. Question. See how well you read your summary. Question, fill in the blank. All humans have basic blanks which stem from the desire to survive.
Letter 4.
Correct. Me. Factors of production. We now have a 3-way tie for last place. This is going to be close. We have 3 minutes left. And we're on question 6. Question. People express their needs through...
Letter 3.
Pardon? Correct. 1.
I don't think I think it works.
Letter 2. The camera was on. Question. Our desire for goods and services increases daily because of communication and advertising. What is the third? Again, the question, our desire for goods,
Player 5.
scarcity, no.
All they got me to do.
Everybody else, repeat the question for the rest of you. Our desire for goods and services increase daily because of 1, communication, 2, advertising, and the third would be, anyone? Seeing others enjoying those particular products, like a neighbor with a new car. Advertising others enjoying those products. Question. The ability of society to fulfill all of its wants and needs is not limited solely by its income, but it's also restricted by blank of the factors of production.
Player 4.
Scarcity, right. Income and scarcity. Where are we at right now? We're at profit motives down the bottom. Because resources are scarce and wants are almost blank.
Player 1.
Unlimited.
Correct. Unlimited. Good question. We have 1 minute left. Next question. Economic decisions can be made most effectively by first blanking the
Player 2.
dividing. Okay, that's it. Let's score up.
Three-way tie.
We have a 3-way tie. So factors of production, consumer.
When you start working on how much would you bring it
The 6th period econ class is preparing for their test tomorrow, and they asked if they could get on the VCR, and being such a nice teacher, I agreed to let them get on TV. So, we start with our questions. First question, what chapter number are we now on?
Player number 2.
2. Correct. With 5 points. What was that? Scarcity. Oh, that's the lead. Second question, what is the name of chapter 2?
Player number 1.
Correct. 5 points, the economists. We have 2 groups tied. Economic decision making, makers, and wants and needs. Come on, boys. Okay, next question. The question is, Adam Smith is a Scottish blank. What base? Player 2. Correct. 5 more points. Back to the question. Adam Smith, Scottish economist. Next question. Smith's best known work is entitled The Blank of Nations. Player 4. Well, the decision makers come through with their first right answer. Next question. What is the name of the doctrine that means government should not Player 1. Laissez-faire, correct. Government should not interfere with business. So let alone. Next question. How many is that? 5. 3 more to go. Next group after that. If you're going to become an economist, chances are you will go into one of the 3 major sectors. Name the 3. Player 1. And have all 3. Education. Government. Business, correct. Give the economist 5 more points. Remember, whenever you miss one, it's a -10. If you want to become an economist, you need to have some expertise in at least 3 different areas. There's actually many more than 3. Give me at least 3 areas. Player 1. Statistics, correct. History, correct. 5 seconds. Mathematics, correct. Give them 5 more points. The economists are pulling away 20 points. Scarcity 10. Wants and needs. Okay. Next question. Factors of production also can be called productive
Player 1.
Resources, correct. Give them 5 more points. That's it. Next group of players. First question. Basic requirements for survival of
Player 1.
wait your call on. Correct. Economist, 5 points. Okay, wait your call, please. Next question. The process of using up goods and services.
Player 1.
5 seconds. Okay, -10. Anyone else want to try? Repeat the question. The process of using up goods and services in
Player 2.
correct consumption. Now you cannot answer twice. If the answer would come to you, you get 1 shot at it and that's it. Okay, that put a new ball game. Made it a new ball game. Next question. Blank is a means of expressing or satisfying.
Player 3.
Correct. Once. They should have gotten that one, the wants and needs. All right, first time on the scoreboard for the wants and needs. Question. 3-part answer. There are 3 types of consumptions. Name them. Name the 3 types, 3 forms of consumption. Name any 2 of the 3. What is called induced consumption? What are the other 2? Induced consumption. Another is called conspicuous consumption. What is the one?
Player 4.
Derived.
Correct. Derived consumption. Give him 5 points.
Yeah.
Let's see where we at right now. They just moved into 3rd place. Wants and needs down to the bottom by themselves. Question. The type of consumption that some people use to impress others is called
Player 3.
conspicuous. Correct. Conspicuous consumption. What you know? All right. Question. The type of consumption where spending is due to changes in consumption of other goods and services. Which type of consumption is when spending is due to changes in consumption of other goods and services? For instance, when tennis becomes popular, you don't only buy tennis rackets, but you buy tennis balls, tennis shoes, warm-up suits, and the like.
Player 3.
Reduced consumption, -10. Anyone else?
Player 4.
Induced, -10.
Player 1.
No, inconspicuous, no. Derived consumption. Derived consumption. Derived from. Okay. How many questions do we have? 6. 2 more questions to you all. Here's one all 4 of you know. It's really going to be based upon speed. It is the value of the next best alternative.
Player 2.
Opportunity cost, correct. Give, what is that, scarcity? 5 points. Scarcity team picks up 5 points. Last question to you all. Blank is when buyers and sellers,
Player 2.
marketing or market, make transactions, correct.
Then they get 5 points or what?
25, scarcity is in the lead. Second place, the economist, and a 2-way tie for last place. Here are 2 questions about question. The incentive to produce is?
Player 4.
Correct, very good. All right, 5 points. Next question. There are 3 types of economies. Name them. There are 3 types of economies.
Player 4.
Command, traditional, and market.
Correct. Command, traditional, and market. Very good, Julie. The decision makers are moving now. They've just taken over, or actually tied 2nd place. Question. Which type of economy is when decisions are made by a central authority?
Player 4.
Command, correct. Which type of economy is based upon individual economic decisions? Which type of economy is based upon individual economic decisions?
Player 4.
Market, correct. Market economy. Julie is pulling that team up. Question. The allocating of limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants is known as what? It's the name of one of the 4 teams. The allocating of limited resources to satisfy
Player 1.
scarcity. Scarcity, minus 10. Clear. The allocating of limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants is known as, maybe you 3 want to try it, it's the name of one of the 4 teams out there, one of the 3 teams now.
Player 3.
She's going to try it.
Economic decision making.
Correct. Economic decision making. 5 points. Needs and wants. They get on the board. Economists are down to nothing. Okay, that team started out fast. They're kind of running out of steam. Question. Blank of the factors of production is the key reason why all society's wants cannot be satisfied.
Player 4.
Scarcity, correct. I was going to say it's the name of a team. Scarcity. Question. This type of consumption is when spending due. This type of consumption is when a person has an increase in the amount of money that they have to spend. For instance, they got a new job, they picked up a $5,000 raise. The type of consumption is due when a person gets an increase in the amount of their wages, possibly from changing to a different job, winning the Illinois lottery. Which consumption would that be?
Player 4.
Conspicuous? No. Clear? Anyone want to try it? The other 2? Induced consumption. Induced consumption. Last question. Last question. Question is? The type of economy where resources are allocated by custom and ritual.
Player 2.
Traditional, correct. Okay, good job. First question. All humans have a basic blank which stand from the desire to survive.
4. Player 4.
Correct. Needs. 5 points. Next question. People express their needs through blank.
Player 2.
1. Correct. Now this is a tough one. Our desire for goods and services increases daily, mainly because of 3 things. One is communication. Another is advertisement. What is the third? Our desire for goods and services increases daily because of communication, advertising. What is the third? In words, when we communicate as far as people telling us things that they have that's very nice. Player 2. Quality? Quality, no. Minus 10. What is the third? Anyone else? Seeing others enjoying products. Seeing others. In other words, your neighbor would get a new car. You would see that new car in their driveway. And that tend to make you want to have a new car.
Is that an example of a pizza?
Of a pizza?
Was that example talking about? Remember what we talked about pizza?
I don't remember. What was it called? That was advertising. That was advertising. There. This is, it was communication, through communicating. Second, through advertising. Actually, advertising probably number 1. And then third would be seeing other people with that particular item. Okay, next question. The ability of society to fulfill all its wants and needs is not limited to scarcity alone, but is also limited to one's blank. In other words, you cannot get everything you want simply because of scarcity. You also cannot get it because you do not have what?
Player 4.
Enough resources, acceptable, enough money to purchase it, to buy it. Next question. Go to blank. Because resources are scarce and wants are almost blank. Because resources are scarce and wants are almost blank, individuals simply cannot get everything that they want. Because resources are scarce and wants are almost blank.
Player 1.
Impossible? What do you mean by that?
There's so many more.
Okay, so many others, right? Unlimited, because they're really unlimited. We have a scarcity of product, and yet our wants are almost unlimited. Next question. Number what, David? Number 7? Number 6. Economic decisions can be made most effectively by first blanking the problem. Defining, correct. You first must define the problem. Economists are on the move again. And this is the last question for you all. The United States is basically a free blank market. Player 3. Enterprise, correct. 5 points. Next one. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first question. These questions pertain to how our dollar is spent. Most of our dollar is spent towards what?
Player 4.
Food, correct. 5 points. Next question. What percent of our dollar is spent towards food?
Player 4.
24.1.
24.1. Okay, you do not even have to add a decimal on any of these. 24.1 is correct. Next question. Are ranked number 4 in spending?
Player 1.
Transportation, correct. 5 points. Economist. Next question. What percent of our...
Player 4.
9%, correct. 9.2 is spent for transportation. Next question. Number 2.
Player 3.
Housing, correct. 5 points. Wants and needs. And the next question. What? Player 4. 22.1%. Those be the decision makers. The last question. Number 3.
Player 3.
Income tax, correct. Oh my God. And now economic decision making is needed for the blank of limited resources. What?
Player 1.
Allocation, correct. 5 points. It's going to be close. It's a tie right now for last place between the economist and the wants and needs. And let's say that. We have to have this question. Last question. Adam Smith believed in blank Player 4.
Today is Friday, September the 20th, and the seniors are going to give the amendments 11, 26. Joe's going to draw the first name out. Frank Roberts. Okay, Frank is here. Frank, where do you want to start?
Amendment 11, Suits Against States.
Okay, come on out. And that's not here.
And
Okay, come on, Frank.
Neil Wayne Hagen.
Look out.
Amendment 11, Suits Against States.
Anyone going now?
Amendment 12, Election of President and Vice President.
Someone been talking today. Okay, now you don't get your point. Joe,
Amendment 11, Suits Against States. Amendment 12, Election of President and Vice President.
anyone you want?
Amendment 13. I know it.
You have to tell us though.
I know, it's going to work right now.
Okay.
abolish slavery.
Good. 3 down.
Kevin McMahon.
Number 11, certificate of state. Number 12, election of president, vice president. Number 13, abolish slavery.
This is yours, Kevin.
Number 14,
Dr. Wilson.
You do now, since you said it. Take your time. Think to yourself. Once you say the number, you have to give that a number. Take yourself. Okay. Civil rights. Civil rights. You know, when you say the number, you have to. Okay, that's all right. That takes the pressure off. Don't have to worry about being first amendment. Can't be lucky today. Whenever you want.
Amendment 11, suits against states.
Go on, Joe. Draw a name on your way up.
Amendment 11, certificate of state. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president.
Good job.
Anita.
Amendment 11, certificate of state. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
Good job.
Tom now.
6 against state. Number 12, election of president, vice president. Number 13, abolish slavery.
This is yours.
Number 14, civil rights.
Okay.
Neil. Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage.
All right.
All right.
Suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment
Sure you know it, what do you say the number?
Amendment 18, prohibition.
Okay, got it now? Here's the last one. Shows they have a good tablet camera. Greg Ward.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, the election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 18, prohibition. And Amendment 16, income tax.
Okay, have you ordered out?
All right, folks.
Jim, you're
Amendment
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 16, income tax.
This is yours.
Amendment 17, direct election of states.
Okay, now we are, Jeff. Because we're good. Kevin. Okay, now take your time.
Number 11, certificate of state. Number 12, election of president, vice president. Number 13,
I'm looking up. What's your concentration? 13.
Abolish slavery.
This is the tough one here now.
Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, legal settlement. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 16. Income tax. Amendment 17.
What he say? You just look at him, you just think, what he always says.
Direct election. President.
That's a good try. You said, oh, every president's not direct election. Direct election. Okay, that's a good try, man. One more.
Joe Baker. There's a lot of good states.
Kevin would like to be next mayor. And they would like for Kevin to be next mayor. Shoot.
Number 11, Cincinnati State.
Anyone you want, Al?
Number 12, election of president. Mike Roberts. 11, Cincinnati States. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president.
Okay, Frank, we'll put your favorite one in here, or, you know,
Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
I thought he had a favorite amendment, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin Langford.
Cincinnati State. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 3. How much does work my house?
New name.
Amendment 11, Cincinnati State. So, Amendment 11, Cincinnati State. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president.
Amendment 11, Cincinnati States. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
David Roberts.
Amendment 11, 16 states, 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
This is yours.
Amendment 14, civil rights.
Okay, right, catch that?
Amendment 11, Cincinnati State. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. This one out. Amendment 15, legal settlement. Yeah, Lancaster.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. And Amendment 16, income tax.
David Humphrey.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators.
Might be a good.
Anita? Number 11.
Amendment.
Okay, amendment 11. City and state, amendment 12. Election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, television. Gender.
Amendment 11, city and state. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Good.
Tom Allen.
He's always happy when his name's called.
Amendment 11, city and state. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage.
This is yours now, right?
Yeah.
Anyone you want, I just did 19. Sure you know.
Amendment 20, council president, vice president.
Turn it on, the president and vice president.
No, that's 20, it's 26.
Okay, very well.
Amendment 11, cities and states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of 18 amendments.
Okay. So,
Amendment 11, city and state. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of the 18th Amendment.
anyone you want, sure you know.
Amendment 22, president limited to 2 terms in office.
Kevin McMahon.
Oh, I'll never get it. All right, you know,
Amendment 11, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17,
I remember this one from last time.
recollection of symbols. Number 18, prohibition. Number 19, women's suffrage. Number 20,
Take your time on this, Mr. Tuck.
term of president.
Okay, you have the right idea. Terms of the president and vice president. See, you had them all right up there towards the end, so now listen. You call your own. We have all elections.
Pay honors.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president, and Amendment 13, the vice president. Joey.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage.
Tom Allen.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, information.
Frank Rogers.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax.
This is yours.
Amendment 17, direct election of census.
We still have some names not being called.
Those seconds.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition.
Vote. Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition.
This is yours. Anyone you want? You just gave 18.
Amendment 19, women's suffrage.
Yeah.
David Hunt.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. This one, mine. Amendment 20, terms of the president and vice president.
6 more names.
Yeah. Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 15, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president, vice president. This one. Amendment 21, prohibition.
Okay. Did hear the last one?
Amendment 21, repeal the 18th Amendment. Yeah.
Well, Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of the 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president limited to 2 terms of office.
Okay, good job.
Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal the 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president limits 2 terms of office. Amendment 23, suffrage of PC, election of president and vice president.
Okay.
Job Elliott.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, 2 terms of president in office.
Better say that over.
2 terms of president allowed 2 terms of office.
Say 22 and 2.
I knew that part of it, I just couldn't think of women.
Okay, that's the greatest that we've got. No.
Bill Shelford. Amendment 11, 6 against states.
Come on up, Bill.
David Allen.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president.
Yeah, let's really try to concentrate this time and see if we can not do it on that.
Yeah, when that's.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. This is mine. Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, Illinois.
Red Ward.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 15, direct election of officials.
Okay, let's go ahead. Concentration.
Frank Roberts.
Amendment 11, 6 against states.
Okay, you're all out right here, right?
Anita Howard.
Okay.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president.
Good job, man.
Amendment 12, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery.
Okay. Let's speed it up a little bit. Marissa.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights.
Ron Johnson.
Amendment 11, 6 against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13.
And yourself. You just gave number 12. Number 12.
The democracy show.
It's an easy one, right? Trying to work. What I do? We do take that.
Was there?
Number 11, six good states.
Come on, David.
Need a towel.
Number 11, Michigan
Amendment,
State.
please.
Number 11, Michigan State. Number 12, election president, vice president.
Bills.
Number 11, Michigan State. Number 12, election president and vice president. Number 13, college life.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax.
13, and you're wrong before you. No one has.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators.
Yeah. All right, there we go now.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators.
Yeah, okay, this is yours now.
Amendment 18, prohibition.
Yeah.
Amendment 11, suits against states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage.
Okay. Title B.
Amendment 11, Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president and the vice president. States. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president, vice president. Amendment 21, repeal. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, legal suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of the president, vice president. Amendment 21, repeal age limit. Amendment 22, president limit 2 terms of office.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Amendment 11, 16 states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president, vice president. Amendment 21, repeal the 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president limited to 2 terms in office. Amendment 23, suffrage for DC, and election of president, vice president.
Take your time.
Amendment 11, 16 states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of the 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president limited to 2 terms in office. Amendment 23, suffrage for DC, and election of president and vice president. Amendment 24, poll tax.
Okay, 2 names. 2 names. 5 names in here. Okay? Oh, no.
Tom, come on, Tom.
Amendment 16 states. Amendment 12, election of president and vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, terms of president and vice president. Amendment 21, repeal of 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president limited to 2 terms in office. Amendment 23, suffrage from DC for election of president and vice president. Amendment 24, poll tax. Amendment 25, presidential position in this.
Okay, 1 day, these 16 people finish with their amendment. They're all turned right there. Here they are, anyone you want. He selects. We're supposed to. Good.
Amendment 11, 16 states. Amendment 12, election of president, vice president. Amendment 13, abolish slavery. Amendment 14, civil rights. Amendment 15, Negro suffrage. Amendment 16, income tax. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 18, prohibition. Amendment 19, women's suffrage. Amendment 20, council president, vice president. Amendment 21, repeal the 18th Amendment. Amendment 22, president due terms in office. Amendment 23, suffrage to DC, the election of president and vice president. Amendment 24,